Dude to Bet Sports.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dude to Bet Sports. Welcome back to another show, another week, and we got a lot to go over today. I want to do the picks first. So let's go over the college football championship games. Let's go over the NFL, and then let's get into the coaching situations. That sound good to you?
Well, the picks are the boring part today. That's for sure.
It does feel like the picks are the boring part a little bit here. We'll talk a little bit about the college football playoff as well. But let's go to the picks first, because I'm with you. It's kind of like, okay, let's do these, and then let's get to something that's going to be. I mean, I don't know. The coaching thing's weird for me, but anyway, let's get to it. We are playing championship games. I don't know if they've ever meant less, but the games are fantastic on the surface. Minus this one. We got the Sun Belt Championship to kick it off here. Troy and James Madison. This game played at the home stadium of James Madison, and they're 23.5-point favorites. Now, here's the deal. If James Madison wins and Duke wins, James Madison's going to the college football playoff. What do you think's going to happen here?
I just am shaking my head.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Because you're going to have them and North Texas or Tulane, right?
Yep.
This is insanity.
If Duke wins, if Virginia wins, James Madison is out.
Right,
yeah.
Right. But just the fact that we could have a chance to have two in a season when there are so many worthy teams
that
aren't going to get in.
Yeah.
This shows us we still have issues with the system. And by the way, are we maybe seeing the end of these championship games? You think the playoffs have ruined the championship game, the extended playoffs?
It feels like it.
They mean nothing.
Well, I mean, they do. Yes and no. I mean, this game has major playoff implications. The ACC championship game does,
but
the American championship game does. Who's the number one overall seed, who might not get a bye. I mean, that does matter in the Big Ten. SEC matters, I think. But it's just not what they used to be.
We'll get to it when we get to Indiana and Ohio State. We'll discuss a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't think James Madison wins by 23.5. I'll take Troy in the points. But I do think James Madison has a fairly easy game.
I think they will cover. I think being at their home field helps. I just think they're a lot better than the teams in this conference. I actually took James Madison in this one minus the points. I don't think it'll be much of a game, honestly.
No, this is kind of a dead.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. All right, let's keep going. This is a good game. It should be a close game.
Right.
Kennesaw State trying to go from worst to first here. They're taking on Jacksonville State, a team that's, you kind of recognize that name at least. Yeah. This game being played on Jacksonville's home field, and it's Kennesaw minus 2.5 here. Who you got?
Heck of a game. If you like just good old-fashioned football, this will be a good one. Jacksonville State won their way in by beating Western Kentucky last week. Had to beat them to get in, and they did. And Western Kentucky was the top team in the league all year and got beat. Kennesaw State, what a story they are. Yeah. What is this, their second year, I think?
I believe so.
Yeah, and here they are, 9-3. They were a powerhouse at the FCS level, and now they've worked their way up, much like Missouri State did the same thing, and Delaware to a certain extent.
Yep.
I'm going to take Jacksonville State at home to get this one.
I took Kennesaw. I think that win last week kind of showed me, man, this team, they're for real.
They're spunky.
Yeah. Jacksonville State has not, they're not as good as they were. Let's put it that way. They've been up and down. They've lost games within the conference that you didn't think they might lose, or they've been close in games you didn't think it'd be close. I'm going to go with Kennesaw to pull off the win here and to win the conference. I think they're going to get the job done.
10-win season. That's pretty impressive.
It would be very impressive for them to do it. No doubt about it. All right. Let's go to one here that definitely matters. Win and you're in the American Championship between North Texas and Tulane. Oddly enough, two coaches that will not be there past whenever they get eliminated, which will be this week or next, most likely. So two lame duck coaches coaching in a conference championship game. And then another lame duck coach, whoever wins, going to coach in the college football playoff. It is bizarre times we're living in. North Texas, Tulane. This one on Tulane's home field. Who you got here?
Oh man, we can't use the coaching thing because it's even Steven in this one. They both are in the same boat. I'm assuming the staffs are still intact and everything. We got two schools that allow their coaches to coach in it, even though they're leaving. Really weird. It's just a weird situation.
Yeah.
The game's in Tulane. Man, I tell you what, this is a toughie.
Yeah.
I don't think Tulane's that great, but I really am scared of North Texas's defense. It's not very good. I'm going to go ahead and take Tulane because they're at home.
Yeah, well, we're going to be 3 for 3 on disagreeing. I took North Texas in this game. I really like North Texas here. You know, they got manhandled against South Florida earlier in the year. Other than that, they've had really 11 good games.
They can score.
Yeah, I like them in the spot. I don't think Tulane's as good as they were last year, or really 2 years ago. I kind of think North Texas is going to get him here. I really do. So it'll be interesting to see how it all works out. Of course, that bizarre situation, Summerall and Eric Morris. Summerall at Florida, Eric Morris at Oklahoma State. You know, the losing coach, I don't know that they're going to be all that sad about it. Interesting situation all around. But I'm going to take North Texas to get the job done here in this one.
And, you know, I guess today's National Signing Day, and I guess they didn't have anything to do with it.
I don't know how that was handled.
I don't either.
I did not follow anything outside of our National Signing Day, so I'm not sure. But
I'm not either.
That's a weird situation where you're coaching at one school and you're recruiting for another.
NCAA football has put themselves in this situation.
Yeah, it's a horrible situation. Rick Pitino actually came out and said, boy, this is ridiculous what they're doing to these college football coaches.
Yes.
Bob Stoops also said the same. He said, hey, you know, they're talking about Lane Kiffin. We'll talk about it in a minute. It's like, well, the number one problem is if he wants that LSU job, he has no choice. Like, he has to take it and he has to miss it, you know? And so we'll talk about if that's right or wrong later. But
it is true. But this National Signing Day has always been in February.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe that's not feasible in today's times. But why do you put it in the week of the conference championship games?
Yeah, it's also a disadvantage for people that are in the conference championship.
Yes.
So
when you have nothing next week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What would another week matter? It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And you still might have some conflict, but you do avoid other conflict with that. So I have no idea. Also, you know, in the under the old system, or however you want to call it, you know, the head coach gets a new job and he's got a month or two to go out there and recruit.
Yes.
He's got 2 or 3 days now. So yeah, it's pretty wild.
It is ridiculous. Is what it is. I don't get it. Anyway.
No, I don't either. All right, let's see if we keep disagreeing here. UNLV, Boise State next. The Mountain West going to be decided here. They had to go with like a computer system tiebreaker method. All kinds of tiebreakers there. It ends up being UNLV and Boise. This is a rematch. Boise beat them in the regular season. This game's at Boise, like it was in the regular season. Boise minus 4.5. It was 3.5. Who you got in this one?
If it was in Vegas, I would take the Rebels, but I got to go with Boise State at home.
Yeah.
UNLV is not as good on the road.
No, we both are going to agree on this one. I took Boise as well. One question that, and who knows, maybe he will get a job. I'm shocked Dan Mullen hasn't been hired somewhere.
Him too.
To me, Dan Mullen has a better resume than a lot of these guys that have been hired at these schools. So
but the jobs that are left are beneath this one, right?
There's one that's not.
Well, I don't think we haven't even heard his name
No.
mentioned for that, and we'll get to it when we get to the
Yeah.
coaching thing. I don't think he's in the running for that.
I don't think he is either. No.
But I'm surprised he wasn't in some of the others.
I've been very surprised by this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very, very surprised. So
Yep. He must
see.
just be too weird. I don't know. But anyway.
I guess, but I don't. I think he would be a good hire for some. I
Yeah,
think Arkansas. I think that's the guy they should have went and tried to get.
Yeah. I think he would fit in there fine.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yep.
He's obviously a good coach.
For sure. All right, Boise State for both of us. All right, let's go to Saturday's games here. BYU and Texas Tech. Speaking of coaches, BYU kept theirs. Him and everybody else have turned down Penn State. So that's good news for BYU. That might give them a little boost here. Texas Tech handled them pretty easy in the regular season in Lubbock. What do you think about in Dallas for this one?
Well, I watched quite a bit of that game, and BYU was never in it. They never had a chance. You want to say they're going to play better this time. I just don't think they're good enough on offense to beat Tech. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I kind of think BYU's out if they lose.
100% BYU's out if they lose.
Yeah. And the question becomes, is Texas Tech out if they lose?
If they lose, I think it's going to be very interesting. I don't think a loss will move them from 4 all the way out of the playoff. I think the Big 12 gets both teams in
I think
Texas Tech loses the game.
I think we both agree they're rated too high.
Yes. Yeah.
And when you look at their resume, it's not any good compared to these other teams that are bitching about not getting in. The Tech resume isn't that good. And I don't see any difference between them and BYU really in resumes. So I don't know why BYU's out if they lose and Texas Tech is not. You're right, the 4. They're at the 4, and that's why everybody thinks that. But I don't understand it. Why? I mean, when you look at it, they both have beat Utah. That's their only good win, except the fact Tech beat BYU. But if BYU turns around and beats Tech, they're even, aren't they?
Yeah.
And Tech's loss would be to an 8-4 Arizona State, and BYU's loss would be to Tech.
Yeah.
Why is one out, not the other? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
so,
I really feel like BYU. I think BYU is definitely. To me, like I think it's too many points. I want BYU in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to take BYU in the points.
Yeah, I'm taking them with the points. Yeah. I get that it was kind of a dominating performance.
It was, but it was a Tech.
I acknowledge that could happen again. I just feel like BYU gets a boost from the coach staying. Yep. He's a good coach. I think they'll make some adjustments. I think they'll play him closer. I'm not sure Texas Tech. I don't think they can beat them, honestly, but I think it'll be a closer game.
You don't think BYU can beat Tech?
No,
I don't. You can't really say that after what you saw. It wasn't a close game. It was a blowout.
Yeah,
and so it's hard to close that gap that far. But I think they have much more incentive to win too.
They do. Yeah,
and that means a lot in a game like this.
One thing I'll say about that, it's easy for us to sit here and say, "Oh, this game doesn't matter." I still think to the players it matters. I still think the players want to be called conference champions. Like they want to win.
Well, they do. This one does matter, for sure.
Yeah, I don't. To me, I don't think
it does mean something to the players.
Yes. I don't buy the whole lack of motivation thing. I just don't. I think you played all year to get into this game. I think you're going to come out and try to win.
Well, yeah. But BYU has to win.
Yeah, no, and that is a difference for sure.
And if it gets close, sometimes
make
a little bit of a difference.
That's fair. But I just don't see them like, oh, let's just roll the ball out and go home. I think you're right. If it's close, maybe BYU is able to find a little extra, but I think Tech will be ready to play. I would be shocked if they're not. Let's put it that way. All right, we're both going BYU in the points, so thinking that's going to be a little bit closer of a game this time around. All right, MAC championship here. If you've been watching MACtion, you're ready for this. Miami of Ohio and Western Michigan. This is certainly the Saturday game that is not going to get a lot of eyeballs. Western Michigan -2.5. Who you got?
I'd like to know the tiebreaker system on this one because we had like 4 teams that were either 8-4 or 7-5, or maybe
I know.
5 teams. And 2 of the 8-4 teams didn't get in.
I know.
And this is crazy. I think the best team in the league is probably Toledo, and they didn't get in. Miami's really they're handicapped offensively. They're not very good. So I like Western Michigan because Miami can't score.
When Western Michigan's got a very good defense too.
Yeah. I like them. This will be one of my best bets, I think.
I agree. That's so funny you say that because I had this circled as the best bet on the week, and I just feel like Western Michigan. And look, I think I think if you do watch the games, which we do, you kind of have a just look at that. At least I did. I looked at that 2.5 and go, no, that's not enough point. I mean, that's Western Michigan all day long. So I like their defense. I think they get it done. It could be like a 20-10 type of game, but I think it's Western Michigan big time in this game. I'm with you on that one. So, all right, now we get crazy.
Yep,
this is going to be interesting. Georgia and Alabama. Here we sit again for the SEC championship game. This is just the team Georgia cannot beat for whatever reason. They cannot do it. Yet I always think Georgia's going to win when I analyze the game. So tell me why I should not pick Georgia again.
Well, I can't because I can't do it either. I mean, I don't know. This is going to be fascinating because Alabama will be kept in, but they'll have 3 losses. And one of them is a horrible loss. Which is the reasoning for keeping Texas out with 3 losses, right?
Yep.
So what's the difference? I mean, I guarantee you if this was Georgia against Vanderbilt and Vanderbilt had 2 losses and Georgia beat them and dropped them to 3, they'd be out.
Yeah.
Or Mississippi.
Yeah.
Maybe not Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So we're still playing the name game.
Yep.
Guys, talking about Texas and they're bitching. They have no complaint.
No.
There comes a time, guys, when you got to win the games that you got to win.
Well, to be fair, Texas has 0 shot to make the playoffs. So.
No, but they think they do. They think they should be in.
Well, it doesn't matter. All that matters is what they get, what the committee puts out.
I know, but
I mean, there's been, for whatever reason, all the talking heads have all joined forces saying Oklahoma should be out.
Well, that's ridiculous too.
I know. I don't really know why that was.
Here's my point. Here's my point. Had Texas beat a 4-8 Florida team, they'd be in.
Yeah.
They didn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alabama should have beat Florida State, and they didn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're in this championship game. If they lose with 3 losses, they should be out. When you've got Vanderbilt, who's getting the royal ass shaft, and no one's talking about them.
Yeah.
All we could talk about is Miami and Notre Dame. Yep. Vanderbilt should get in over both of them.
Yep.
Vanderbilt, their issue is they're Vanderbilt. Now, first of all, who would you rather see play? Wouldn't you want to see them play?
Yeah, no, I would. Yeah.
You got the most exciting player in college football. And because of their name, they're leaving them out. And they're not even considering them. Now,
I mean, they're behind Miami, so.
Oh, there's no chance.
Yeah.
They've already told them by the rankings.
Yeah.
You're out.
They're out.
It doesn't make any sense. The argument, you want to say Oklahoma doesn't get in. Okay. Suddenly, because a lot of people maybe watched Oklahoma play last week that hadn't watched them,
Yeah.
They've been winning every damn game just the same way they won last week.
Yeah. Yep.
And Oklahoma's 2 losses are to Mississippi and Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not bad losses. Every other one of their wins, they won the game.
Yep.
And that's what you do.
Well, and again, I truly believe whoever employs these people said, "Hey, cause up a bunch of trouble," because
there's no doubt in my mind.
There wasn't any reality to it.
If you watch these analysis, you'll notice there's all like on the Kiffin thing that we're going to talk about. There's 2 or 3 on there that are dead set against Kiffin. And you got this one guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, you guys are all wrong. It's just to stir up an argument. And
it was clear to me when Joel Klatt came out against Oklahoma, and then Chris Felico. I got some of the stuff Chris Felico was sending out, and I was like, wow, like I know he's smarter than that. I know that's not coming from him. So I think for whatever reason, they said, hey, let's get some views. Let's get some clicks, go out and say this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. And I don't know. It was a bizarre 2 days until those rankings came out. It was weird.
And now everybody's shut up.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, cause some drama. Go cause some drama on your socials to get us.
We're gonna have some controversy, and
yeah, it was weird.
And, the only thing in question with OU is I really think if Alabama beats Georgia, OU's going to lose the home game probably, or they might.
Yeah.
The only thing is, Alabama's going to go way up if they win.
Yeah.
So who would drop down?
Georgia's going to drop down, but they won't. I think they'll be
ahead of Oklahoma.
I think it's Oklahoma and Texas A&M at Texas A&M if Alabama wins the championship game.
So I guess we better root for Georgia, and the teams that are kind of on the bubble better be rooting for them too, because there's always a chance the committee might knock them out, but I don't think so.
I think the only way that Alabama gets knocked out is if it is a really bad loss,
a blowout.
Yeah,
I think you're right, and then they've got some backing to knock them. So anyway, to the game, I'm with you. Although, and this is another mystery from the games last week, Georgia Tech, who couldn't stop anybody,
I know,
the last 4 weeks, shut their butt down.
I know.
And that worries you a little bit because Georgia didn't look good at all last week.
Nope.
And of course, we didn't get to see any of the Alabama game. I've talked to several people that did watch it. They thought Auburn could have and should have won. So I don't think Alabama's been real impressive the last few weeks either. They're not real good on offense. It's going to be I think it'll be a great game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Georgia. I don't have a choice. I just think they're better.
Well, again, like I mean, the way I look at games, they just look like the better team to me again this week. And again, I in the regular season, I thought, Georgia's gonna get their revenge here, and they couldn't beat them, So
can Alabama beat them twice in the same year?
Yeah, I think they can. I think they can.
Well, more power to them if they do. And so I don't know. I'm going to take Georgia. It's only 2.5.
Yeah.
So if you think they're going to win,
it
just takes a field goal to win. So
yep, I took them too. I'm with you. I took them too, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm missing overtime, so what's the difference?
I know. Yep. All right, let's skip the Big Ten and go to the ACC first.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Duke, Virginia. I just have this feeling Duke's going to win this game.
Oh,
I know Virginia beat them in the regular season.
I know.
I'm not betting this game. I hate the ACC. I just have a feeling Duke's winning the game. I took Duke plus 3.5.
Man, you just got a situation where Miami is the best team, and they're not going to play. They're not in this game. Yeah. And it's crazy how it played out and everything. the tiebreakers and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
there's Duke at 7-5 and would be an underdog against probably 50 teams in the country.
Yeah.
You know, every team in the SEC, they'd probably be an underdog.
Yeah.
But,
It's ridiculous.
yeah, and then you're playing Virginia, and you're thinking Duke's got a chance to win, and they do.
Yeah.
And oh man, I'm with you. I don't know how to pick this.
And what's interesting to me is, you can sit here and Oklahoma shouldn't be in, Notre Dame shouldn't be in, Alabama shouldn't be in, but this is what's causing the problem: the ACC and the automatic qualifier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, maybe they need to have a rule that, and this would play into it if Duke wins. You got to be ranked, and then instead of you take, then the committee picks whoever they want.
Yeah.
There's not that other ridiculous rule that they have. But, going back to the Miami thing, again, guys, when you play games and you got teams that you should beat, you have to beat them. And they lost to an 8-4 Louisville and an 8-4 SMU. And if you beat one of them, you're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And now, they got to let the chips fall. They got if you want to be in the playoffs, you have to win those games, and all they had to do is win one of them.
Yeah,
and they didn't. And those 8-4 teams are solid teams, but they're not. If you're a playoff team, you should have won at least one of them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, and then the Notre Dame thing, that's just. You want to go head to head? Yeah. In this situation, their schedules are similar. I think the head to head would decide it all, and evidently that's the way they're not looking at it like that. So
it's truly shocking to me what Notre Dame gets away with. It's just baffling to me.
It is.
That's the only argument Miami has, is that one,
and it's legit because
it is legit. Yeah.
Notre Dame's schedule. Let's say Notre Dame had lost that opening season game, which anybody can do. And you got to kind of weigh in that, well, it's the first game. Teams are going to get better.
Yeah.
And let's say they went out and beat a lot of ranked teams and those 10 that they won.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got an argument.
Yeah.
Then you can say, hey, okay, look what they came back and did.
Yeah.
Say they came back and they played Michigan and they beat them.
Yep.
They beat some really good teams. But the only one they beat that's really, I think, that's ranked is USC.
Yeah. Well, if you go back and listen to the third week of this show, we're like, all right, well, they're 0-2. They'll definitely be 10-2. They definitely should not be in, but 100% they will be in.
And they are.
And there are people like, yeah, I don't know this year. No, they'll be in. And, it never in doubt. They've been in from the start. So, and again, like, Miami schedules Notre Dame. They beat Notre Dame. They finished with the same record. Notre Dame's still ahead of them. I'm sorry, that's nuts.
And they have comparable. Notre Dame hasn't played anybody since. That's the thing.
No,
that's the thing.
No.
And again, do I think Notre Dame would beat Miami now? Yes, I do. I think they would.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. They played them head to head, and they didn't.
Hey, you know what?
What?
I thought Notre Dame would beat them the first time.
Well, I did too.
And they didn't.
I picked them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have gotten a lot better. Notre Dame has since the first. Well,
have they?
How do we know?
How the hell would you know that?
That's right. They haven't played anybody. So
yeah. I mean, again, like, we can all sit there and say, yeah, Notre Dame would beat them this time. Well, Notre Dame, I thought was going to beat them last time, and I was wrong. So what makes you think that's just, sure thing. They'll beat them this time. They're better.
And
because they played Syracuse and Stanford and Boston College and Navy. Yeah. So now we think they're better? Why?
Right. And their running backs run all over the field on teams like that.
I mean, great.
Would he do that against OU?
I mean, I don't think so. Well, we may find out.
I don't either. So.
Yeah, we may find out.
guys, we got to go to 16 teams and we don't worry about it.
No, it's still going to be the same thing. It's still
Yeah, but when you get below this,
we said that when they went to 12, we're like, there's not going to be an
Yeah.
issue if you lose, blah, blah, blah. And it's still like that. It's always going to be the same. And
Yeah.
the
And you know
problem
what?
is not the number of teams. The problem is how college football is ran and treated. It's all about
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
And
And the other thing,
Vanderbilt and Notre Dame flipped schedules and had the same records and did the same exact thing,
oh yeah,
Vanderbilt would be in because their name would be Notre Dame.
That's
I
right.
promise you that.
oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And the other thing is too, you've locked yourself into some problems when you put the rule in 4 so-called power conferences automatically get a bid.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to, the problem in the ACC when this was all drawn up was Clemson was a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Florida State was a powerhouse, and they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Miami as well,
Mm-hmm.
but now you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So
So just to be clear, Notre Dame lost to an ACC team who couldn't even make the ACC championship game, a game so bad that the winner of the ACC championship game may not get into the college football playoff,
yes,
and we still have them up there.
yeah,
I mean, that's nuts when you think of it
is.
like that.
I know.
So
I know.
anyway, I'm just saying that's
It's
I
crazy.
just and look, maybe they get in and they play really well and they go on a run. All I'm saying is they let them get away with whatever they want.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And with them not being in a conference, they have a lot of advantages.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other thing they let them get away with is, and I blame the ACC for this, they're in the ACC in every other sport.
Right. Yeah.
And it's now they're screwing an ACC team out of a playoff spot. It's kind of funny when you think of that. But
That is that is, even though that ACC team beat them.
Yeah.
So don't
Yeah.
give me this. I mean, Notre Dame, it is just unbelievable how they get treated.
oh yeah,
It's like you're in a relationship with someone who constantly doesn't do anything for you, anything you want them to do. They're totally own agenda, and yet you cater to their every need.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why are you doing this?
I don't know.
You could make a statement,
Well, you remember in the COVID year, the
Mhm.
ACC let Notre Dame be in the conference.
Yeah,
in the COVID
yes.
year for
Yeah.
football
Yeah.
because they couldn't find any teams to play.
Yeah. But you treat them like this, and then everybody goes, well, why aren't they in a conference? Well, because you let them not
Yeah.
be in a conference and get
Yeah,
away with all this.
I remember that, and I thought, what is going on?
Yeah. Anyway, it's crazy. I'm telling
is.
you. And again, if you want to sit there and tell me, hey, Notre Dame's one of the best teams in the country, I don't see it. But if you want to say they're playing great and they're going to make a run, I mean, that's your opinion or whatever. I'm just saying, it's just like, what have they done to actually deserve to be here in this spot? Nothing.
Well, they beat Syracuse 70-7.
Yeah. I mean,
They went out to Stanford and beat them.
it's just crazy. It's crazy.
They went up
Anyway.
to Boston College.
Yeah. The Navy, they beat Navy again.
Navy, they beat them. Hey, Navy's 9-2.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing that some guy on the committee last night when they're going, the thing I'm really looking for is 21 through 25 because I want to see if Navy gets in there to help out Notre Dame. And I thought,
Oh
geez.
my God, I didn't hear that.
I thought that's what you're looking for.
And he's on the committee?
Yeah, no, not on the. I'm sorry, not on the committee. He was on the ESPN panel. I can't remember who it was. They go, okay, well, what are you guys looking forward to for the show? And first guy goes, here's what I'm really looking forward to 21 through 25. Does Navy get in to help out Notre Dame? And I was like, that's what you're looking forward to. This first 21 through 25, who literally nobody cares about other than if that's your school ranked and you get to see your school ranked. That's it. That you're looking for that to see if it helps Notre Dame. What? It's just wild stuff how they get treated. But anyway, they're here
forever. So
yeah. So are you going Duke or Virginia?
forced to pick, I'll take Virginia.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go Duke. All right.
How many people you think will be watching that game opposite this next one? We're gonna
I imagine everybody that graduated from Duke and everybody graduated from Virginia, and that's it.
Yeah.
Unless this one, the Big Ten championship game, becomes a blowout, which I'm not thinking that's going to be.
No.
Number 1 versus number 2 up against Duke and Virginia here. Indiana, Ohio State. It is Ohio State minus 4.5. It was a little bit higher. I'd seen it all the way up to 6. I'd seen it at 5.5. It went down to 4. Now it's at 4.5. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is going to be an unbelievable game.
I think so too. I have not got to watch Indiana that much. I saw them in the Penn State game, and I thought they had incredible guts to win that game. Very impressed with them. Seen Ohio State some, a little bit more. Again, we're looking at an Ohio State team that is 12-0. Really, you can kind of say the same thing about Indiana. Ohio State has not played anybody. So I know it's very impressive to go into Michigan and win a rivalry game. That's impressive. You can't take that away from them. But Michigan's not very good.
Yeah.
And Indiana going into Oregon, I think they have the better win.
Yeah.
Well, Ohio State beat Texas. I'm sorry. They did beat them first game of the year again, though.
Yeah, Indiana went on the road and won that game, though.
Yeah,
I think
so that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Win for Indiana. And they thumped them. And Oregon hadn't lost since.
Yeah.
So that's a really big win. The interesting thing to me is I think if this game's close, whoever wins is number 1 seed and whoever loses number 2. I can't see them being able to drop them. Can you?
No.
They won't drop any lower than 3.
No, I think you're right about that. If the game's good and close, I think one of them's number 1, one of them's number 3. Georgia, if they win, would be 2, and then Tech, if they win, would be 4. And I think that's how they'll set it up.
I do too. If Georgia thumps Alabama, for sure.
Yeah.
They move up to 2. I don't know. This is tough. Boy, it's just so hard to think that Indiana is that good. It's just almost impossible for a guy that's watched college football forever to think they can play with Ohio State.
I know.
It's just I can't fathom it.
I know. But I mean,
but I think they can.
I think they can too. Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know if they can beat them.
No, I don't either.
So you got to say, is that that line too high? Maybe.
I think it's about right.
I think a touchdown.
I do too. I like Ohio State.
I think Ohio State. Do you think Indiana might be sitting there just to have a little bit of doubt that they can't do it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think if you go to Oregon and win, you go to Iowa and win, you go, even though Penn State was not what we thought they were, that was a gut check.
That was. Penn State played a great game.
This is what people got to realize. These programs like LSU last week, like Penn State, they may be down. They may not have a coach. They're still Penn State. They're still LSU. And if you leave them in the game and keep it close, they're going to be hard to beat because they still have that pride and that tradition around them. So
and they got players. They got some guys.
They have players who have underachieved, but all of a sudden the game gets close and they start to make a play or two. Yeah.
Yep. And their talent.
Yeah.
Wins out.
Yeah.
And, for some reason, they just didn't mesh. Something just didn't mesh. Their chemistry, their makeup of their team just didn't click for whatever reason. But they got studs. Yep. And so I think the program will win the game.
I do too.
That's Ohio State.
Yep.
But I'm rooting my butt off for Indiana because I think.
Yeah, I'd love to see Indiana win the game. I'm with you on that.
Ohio State. I just would like to see Indiana win.
There's a big part of me that just thinks Ohio State's better.
I think so too.
And I don't think they're a lot better, but I think they're better. And I think being in this position and playing in these big games and winning these big games, I think will really help if this game gets tight.
And you got to kind of believe in Ohio State till somebody beats them. They're the defending national champion, and they're 12-0.
That's the other thing. I mean, they've really taken care of business, and it's totally fair to say they haven't played much. And
Right.
maybe since Indiana's played a little bit tougher lately, I know Texas was a tough game, but not a whole lot after that. Maybe Indiana's a little more prepared. Ohio State was in a battle. You know, they did have to go on the road to Michigan. I know Michigan's not very good, but that's still getting the monkey off the back. And
Yep.
they played very well.
They got behind in that game too.
Yeah.
And
I just kind of feel like across the board, they're better.
I think they are going to be very tough to beat for anybody.
Yeah.
They're just solid.
Me too. Yeah.
Their defense is really good. Of course, again, they haven't really played a really good team offensively. So, when they played Texas, and Texas wasn't any good offensively at that time.
I would say Texas could score more than 7 on them now.
Oh, I think so.
But I don't know. But I think Ohio State would score
more.
Well,
their quarterback's a lot better now than he was.
Exactly.
So,
somebody texted me, a buddy of mine texted me, said, boy, OU, they got a tough road there if they have to play Alabama or Notre Dame at the first game, and then Ohio State probably in the second game. And I said, well, there's a real easy solution to it. Don't go 10-2.
Yeah.
Beat Texas and beat Ole Miss, and you don't have to worry about it. That's why I said when you go 10-2, you just, if you're in, and you take what you take.
And the thing is, if you're a realistic OU fan, you're tickled to death. You're in the discussion after what we went through last year.
That's the thing. Yeah, I mean,
it's an amazing. If we might as well talk about them because they're not playing this week. Yeah. If you watch them every play like we do, it's amazing. They're 10-2.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's an incredible coaching job. A little bit of luck. You've got to have a little bit of luck when you're really, really bad on one side of the ball.
Yeah.
But they hang in there and they make plays when you have to make them. And you got to give them credit for that. And their defense just simply will not back down.
Mm-hmm.
And they play so hard. And they're so well coached on defense. It's amazing how he has their total attention.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing about Oklahoma, the kind of the narrative in the offseason was, John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle are coming to save Brent Venables' job. Mm-hmm. Like that was the narrative.
Yep.
And in reality, Brent Venables saved Brent Venables' job by
no question.
Taking over the defense fully and saying nobody else is getting your hands on this, because the only real difference between this year and last year is the defense went from really good to elite.
And they got 2 great kickers.
And that's true. They have 2 great kickers.
And that
makes a huge difference too.
That's just luck.
But the offense is not any better, if not a little worse this year.
No, it absolutely. And, when we all were thinking when he took it, I don't know, it's going to affect his ability to coach the team.
Yeah.
But I thought it was, I really thought when he said it at the time, I thought, you know what, he's absolutely right. Why did you do this? He goes, because I'm good at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he probably is sitting down there wishing he had done it all along.
I wonder what that would have looked like if he would have taken control and not listened to the outside of, hey, you need to get a defensive coordinator, and just done it. And I think he had to get that confidence under him as a head coach to tell somebody we're not doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
wondering how the powers that be that hired him said, hey, Brent, you need to go get a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about when he was hired.
Yeah. Oh, I think everybody told him that. And honestly, I think he just looked at it and said, well, look, if I'm going to get fired, I'm going to get fired doing what I do best.
That is exactly the way he looked at it.
Yeah. And
he said, I'm going down with the ship. I'm going to go down fighting with doing everything I can with the defense.
Yep.
To hopefully, get good enough that they could keep us in games.
Yep. It worked.
They're fun to watch. And, we've had this discussion a lot amongst fans. We've sat around and stuff in the last 2 weeks. guy I was sitting by both times. We were sitting there going, we used to win games 45-40, and now we're winning 17-10. And we've all have decided we like this better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you feel like you got more control.
You feel like you got more toughness. I think that's the biggest thing about it. You left those games when you beat Iowa State 45-42 going, God, we are so soft.
I know.
And now it's like, yeah, we can win. We can beat anybody because we can stop almost everybody. So, when you're, I mean, it's equally as frustrating at times, though, for sure. And I think the solution is just go get some offense, and we might be up here where we're 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got to buy, and we're not worried about it. So.
Probably, it's so tough in that league. But to answer the guy that texted you, hey, I'm just glad we're in the hunt.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I don't like the 8-9 because Ohio State's one team. I don't really have a lot of confidence whether we can beat them or not.
Nope, me neither. But look, if we're one of the final 8 teams and we lose to Ohio State, last year we were 6-7 and we lost to Navy to finish the season. So
looking at looking at the teams that are ahead of us.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have confidence if we played Georgia.
No.
Ohio State, no.
Yeah.
Indiana, just because of who they are, thinking, well, Tech, I have no fear of them. Ole Miss beat us, so yes, have some fear of them.
Fear, but who knows what that's going to be? We'll get to that in a second.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think we could beat Oregon.
Yeah.
I don't think if we had to play Alabama, I don't think we'd beat them again.
I'm not sure either. No.
Yeah.
No.
So several of those teams I think we could beat.
A&M, I think, would be a good game.
I'm not afraid of them in the least.
No.
They're the most overrated team in the whole thing.
Yeah. Notre Dame, I think, would be a good game. I think.
Notre Dame would be a great game. And I guarantee you that committee wants to see Oklahoma and Notre Dame play.
I think that's what. Yeah, I agree with that.
The question is going to be, where's it going to be at? And Notre Dame's behind us. So.
Well, no, if we're playing Notre Dame, it'll be in Norman. That's 100%. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be it'll be interesting. This Indiana Ohio State game. This is a game that's kind of anticlimactic. That they have to play each other. I mean, I'm sure they're looking forward to it and all that, but this is one that doesn't mean as much as it usually does, right? Because they're both solidly in the playoffs.
I just chuckle at it because I think from a distance, that's very, very easy to say. And I think in the grand scheme of things, that is the right thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
I just think if you're a player of one of those teams, you are absolutely dying to play this game. And that's all that matters.
Yeah. It just doesn't have that winner take all thing.
It doesn't, but to win the Big Ten championship at Indiana is massive.
Oh, definitely. See, this is where the 12 teams kind of hurts.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because it was 4. You don't think this wouldn't be?
Well, but you take the good with the bad because where the 12 teams helped last week in Norman.
Oh, we wouldn't have no. That's right. The regular season means so much more.
The intensity of that game, and would have been much less.
It wouldn't have been worth anything.
No,
you're just playing for pride.
Yeah, right.
So I'm not arguing the 12 teams. I love it.
Yeah,
I'd love 16.
I think
cut it off after that.
Yeah, I think these teams will be absolutely jacked to play this game. I totally disagree with the narrative. These teams don't care. I think they've never been on an organized team and you're going into a championship game. I do think you're going to care. I just fail to think that they're sitting around going, hell, we worked all this way.
They're going to care. There's just not as much on the line.
And it's number 1 versus number 2. Yeah. I mean, they're going to care.
They may have a rematch down the line, too.
Yeah. I get that it doesn't mean anything for seeding, but this is a big deal.
Well, it just doesn't have the what's the word? It doesn't mean as much in regard to the playoff system.
No. you know what? Michigan and Ohio State didn't mean much last year as far as the playoff system.
Oh, I know.
So you go back and watch what happened in that game, watch what happened after that game, come back and tell me those two teams didn't care.
Yeah.
So this is college football.
No,
These programs care.
Yeah.
They're not on here going, well, we're not going to be 1 or we're going to be 4. We're in. Who cares? No, they care. It's a big deal. So
look at the ticket price.
Yeah, this is not the NFL where they're going to be resting players. Like,
oh, yeah. Look
so,
at that ticket price, $539.
Yeah. 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 Compared to 38.
38 for the
Let's see.
The SEC.
At 246.
Yeah.
The MAC.
You ever think another conference championship game, the ticket would be higher than the SEC one?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Also
about
kind of tells you that the fans care about this game of these two programs.
How about the
$22 for the MAC, $109 for the Big 12.
I wouldn't give $109 to see that.
I'm surprised it's that high, but you know what? Texas Tech's got a lot of fans.
Oh, they do. And it's in Arlington.
They'll go to Dallas, and 33 for the Boise UNLV, 25 for North Texas Tulane. So there's a game right there. It's a college football win and you're in for $25. If you're in New Orleans, might as well go attend that one.
Yeah.
$36 for CUSA, $73.
This one surprises me.
Yeah, I guess James Madison's really into it. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. It is in James Madison. That's right.
So these are on their home fields. So really, that's really embarrassing for Tulane. $25. They're the cheapest one. No, $22 for action there.
Well, there ain't 20,000 people in Tulane or in New Orleans cares about Tulane.
Yeah, I wonder how much tickets would be if that was in Denton, Texas. I don't know their fan base really either, but
it would be higher than that.
I think it would be too.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts? We'll get to the coaching.
No, I think I'm glad we're home. Going to be watching, and
me too. Me too. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. All of a sudden, we've got a very interesting Thursday night football game.
We got some interesting games this week.
I know these games usually are a dud. Yeah. This feels like it's desperation for both teams.
It is.
The Cowboys find themselves alive. The Lions find themselves grasping for something positive.
Mm-hmm.
Games in Detroit. Detroit's a 3-point favorite. Who you got?
They look awful.
They do.
They look terrible.
Yep.
And Dallas, I thought, played great against Kansas City.
Yeah. Of course, the narrative is what's wrong with Kansas City. And I've been asked that a million times, I feel like. But part of that was I thought Dallas played a really good game.
They really did. They played solid.
Yeah.
And they made the plays to win the game.
Exactly. Yep.
Detroit just looks terrible. And they're behind two teams. And they're like, 2 games behind the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
And Green Bay's only lost 3 because of that tie to Dallas, which suddenly is looking bigger. I think the Lions are out if they lose.
I kind of think this is a must-win for the Lions. I agree.
And both, really. Dallas has to win.
I think Dallas, I think their road is a little bit easier to maybe win out after this. I don't think they will, though. I agree. I think it's a must-win. Really,
yeah, I don't think they can win out.
They're
too schizophrenic. They'll do something stupid. I'm taking Dallas.
I took Detroit this week.
I can't take them when they beat me the last 2 weeks.
Well, see, I had the Packers last week, so I'm going to take Detroit. I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't be surprised either way.
They look like they're not in sync with each other.
Yeah. I think they're going to be able to move the football a lot in this game, though.
Well, they better.
I think it's up and down. What's a total on that one? Just real quick, 54.5. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
All right, let's go Seattle and the Falcons to kick off Sunday here. Seattle just continues to roll. Falcons, you know what? They're not playing that bad right now. They're better. They just have lost way too many stupid games. Who do you like in this one? Seahawks -7 in this one on the road.
Seahawks are too solid. I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, I went with Seattle as well. Bengals and Bills next year. Bengals did get a win. Joe Burrow is back. Bills, they got a win as well. Bills -5.5 here at home.
Oh boy, the Bengals they're a totally different team with Burrow.
Yeah,
they just are.
Yeah.
If he'd have come back a couple of weeks later, they'd probably win the division. I've heard somebody talking about they can anyway.
There's a chance. Yep.
Yeah, because you got 2 6-6 teams ahead of them. Neither one of them's.
Well, isn't it funny how bad this division is versus what we thought it would be?
Oh yeah, and this would have been a highlight game right here.
Yeah.
Had Burrow stayed healthy, they'd probably be 8-4.
Yeah.
And going to win the division. Oh, they went in and they beat Baltimore. And the Ravens have been playing good, but I'm going to take Buffalo because it's at home. They're pretty good at home.
I'm going to take the Bengals. I think they'll keep it close. I'm not man enough to pick them outright. I do like him with the points. Give me the Bengals and the points in this one. Great game here. The 1-11 Titans go on the road to Cleveland to take on the 3-9 Browns. You got
an epic battle here.
Yeah, it's awful.
A tremendous game. I hope we get it. I guess is Sanders the quarterback?
Yes.
Oh God! Surely they win.
I took the Titans.
I'm very tempted to because I think they may be better.
I don't know if they're better or not.
Well, Sanders, I think they are. They might.
I don't
be.
know.
I don't know. It's so bad. It is so boring.
Mm-hmm.
God, they're boring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel sorry for them.
Yeah. So you got Titans or Browns? You're gonna go Browns?
I'm gonna go Titans in the points. I don't like 3.5.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll come down a little bit.
I don't think you need to bet this one, really.
No, you're stupid if you do.
All right, Commanders and the Vikings. This is another horrible game. Minnesota -2.5. What do you think?
Well, Washington showed a pulse the other night against Denver.
I know. I almost lean Washington here.
I do too.
Okay.
The Vikings just are inept on offense. They look terrible. So.
Like Dennis said, another game. It's just you're kind of crazy if you're betting this.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dolphins and the Jets, how about this? The Dolphins are now 5-7. Their schedule is incredibly weak coming home. They've got a chance to have a winning record, which is insane. That can happen. But to have it, they got to beat the Jets on the road. Miami -2.5. Can they get it?
Don't you think the Jets aren't too bad?
I think
they're not terrible.
I think they're decent everywhere but where it really matters.
Yeah. You got any confidence in the Dolphins?
No.
Oh, it's not terribly cold. It's 41.
Yeah.
Miami struggles in cold weather. I'm going to take the Jets. I took them last week. I'm taking them again.
Yeah. I guess I'll take the Jets.
I wasn't that impressed with Miami last week against New Orleans.
I feel like if you're looking at a game and you're going, you know what, I think I'm going to take the Jets here. You just do this. You scroll and you don't bet because
I didn't
bet the Jets and you may win, but it's going to take years off your life, and that's not. I didn't
say I was picking them. You asked me which one I would take.
Right. I think no amount of money is worth years off your life. So I would just not play.
Not a football game for sure.
Saints and Buccaneers next. Bucks got a big win. They should get another one here. They're 8.5-point favorites. I'm on the. I'm not going to bet the Saints, so I'll take the Bucks here. What about you?
I thought the Bucks looked awful Sunday.
They won, but they were bad. They're not. They're playing horrible.
They are.
Yeah.
I think they win. I don't know if they can beat anybody by 8.5.
Yeah, I would be scared to lay 8.5 with the Bucks. I do think they're going to win this game, though.
Oh, they have to win the game.
Yeah,
they have to.
Well, they don't have to, but I think they will.
Well, if they want to win the division, they better win it.
Well, very true. Very true. Yes.
I just thought they played awful the other day.
Coming back down to earth, the Colts. Of course, their quarterback has a broken leg, and he's playing on it, which tells you what they think of what's behind him. They
That's their number
are.
one draft pick. What are you talking about?
They look like. I think they look like.
The guy behind him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. I know what you meant.
That's a good pick.
I think they look. I don't think they look very good at all. The Jaguars are the
They
most
look
schizophrenic team in the league.
They're playing good though.
Yes, but they also have a tendency. They either
do.
play good or they play so bad the Titans could beat them.
Yeah.
That kind of bad. I took the Jags here.
Me too.
Okay.
I don't even
Gosh.
hesitate.
Yeah.
But the best team in the league is not either one of them, or in that division conference, whatever it is.
Yeah. You
Division.
think Houston? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
do.
We'll talk about them in a second. We're both on
Yeah.
the Jags there. Steelers and Ravens next. The Steelers seem to just be in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens kind of are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lay 6.
Mm-mm.
I think Baltimore wins. I don't want to lay
Yeah,
6
me too.
points.
I think Pittsburgh's done, and they may have a new coach at the end of the year.
Yeah, finally going to have a new coach. Yeah.
I think maybe he may have been there too long.
All it
But
took
they're
was
not
Aaron
any,
Rodgers
they're
to
not
get him
any
fired.
good. They're not any good.
No, they're not. No. No.
It's not his fault. They're not any good.
Yeah, I think the Ravens get the job done here.
Let's face it. They're trying to win with a quarterback that's 42 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's the problem, but it's not a good situation.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay, the Raiders are next, and boy, they are just terrible. They take on the Broncos. Denver's -7.5 on the road here against the Raiders. Who you got?
Oh, man. I think this is the luckiest team in the league.
The Broncos, yeah.
Yes, they should absolutely beat the snot out of them, but 7.5 for Denver.
It's going to be tough.
I think I heard somewhere they've trailed in the fourth quarter in 5 of their 10 wins.
Yeah.
And they
I mean, they've been beat 2 or 3 times and pulled it out miraculously.
Washington had them, could have beat them. Went for 2, right, and didn't get it. And I don't blame them for going 2 because what would a tie do them?
Yeah.
They had no choice. I have a feeling this is going to be close. I don't know why.
I do too.
I could just see Denver in a little bit of a letdown. I don't know. I'm taking the Raiders in the points, and that's the dumbest thing I ever said.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Broncos, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're right. They're not that good.
They're going to win though.
I do think they're going to win. Yeah. All right, this is a big one here. The Bears and the Packers. Will the Packers continue their dominance over the Bears? It's in Lambeau. Packers -6.5. What do you think?
Too many points. I think they win.
Too many?
I tell you what, the way the Bears ran the ball against the Eagles, that was impressive. If they go up there and can run the ball, they may win. But I don't think going to be 17 in Green Bay. Yeah, that's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Of course, that won't bother the Bears.
No.
I'm going to take Green Bay to win, but I'm going to take the points for the Bears.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Green Bay. I'm taking Green Bay.
So it's a cover?
Yep. I think they're going to cover. I think the Bears come back down to earth a little bit in that game. Good season going on for them, though, for sure.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah. All right, Rams and Cardinals next. Rams -7.5. This feels too easy. It feels like the Rams are the team to play here. But is it kind of a trap? What do you think?
Could be. Rams laid an egg last week.
They did.
It really helped the Bucks out.
Yep.
Didn't do it. Everybody was bragging on them too much. What happened to their defense? You have 31 points. You scored 28 in Carolina. You got to win.
Well, if you score 28 in Carolina, you should win by double digits, really.
Exactly. Yeah. So you told him you're going to get 28. In Carolina, you're saying, well, we're going to win this one. Oh, man. Cardinals. Just figure out ways to lose. I've never seen anything like it. They're not bad. They really aren't.
No,
Play everybody close. They got to. I don't know how they can have any motivation though. Do you?
no.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rams. I thought the Cardinals went down to Tampa and played their butts off.
Yeah, I think it's the Rams here. I think it's Rams or pass. But I'm on the Rams.
Yeah.
I think they get it done pretty easy, and I think it'll wake them up a little bit. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go Texans Chiefs here. Huge game, must win for the Chiefs. I kind of think it might be a must win for the Texans as well.
I think they need it. Yeah.
Yeah, they've made a nice comeback here.
They
Kansas
have.
City is a favorite though. Kansas City -3.5. What do you think's going to
Oh, I
happen
don't
in
know.
Arrowhead? Will this be the end of the Chiefs?
It is if they lose.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know why I keep the faith with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I think Houston's playing great.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they win, they make the playoffs.
I do too.
And I think if they lose, they're out.
I don't think it's.
They're in trouble anyway.
They're in big trouble. Yeah.
All right, the Chiefs have 5 games left.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are easy.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders and the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've got this one, the Chargers and the Broncos,
All at home.
all at home. And the Raiders are, no, that's out there. That didn't matter.
Yeah.
I think this is the hardest one.
Yeah.
And that's saying,
I think it is.
Herbert's, I don't know whether he had surgery this week. I think he's going to play. And then Denver, I don't think Denver can beat him if the game means anything.
Yeah.
I think they run the table if they win this game.
Yep.
I do. And I think they make the playoffs.
Yep.
But they're going to have some help to make the playoffs because they don't have the tiebreakers against a couple of teams that are ahead of them.
No, they don't. They would get a tiebreaker over the Texans here, which would be huge.
But I think if they win, the Texans are out. So how huge is it?
Yeah, I mean,
it's the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
They do have the
tiebreaker over the Colts.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They do have that.
Yep.
Too many points.
Texans?
Yep.
Chiefs for me.
I missed the Chiefs every week. I'm sick of it.
Texans can't score enough. That's my thought on this one. I think they'll play them close. I think they'll be in it. I don't think they'll score enough.
Yeah, you're right. I can't take the Texans.
Yeah, I'm on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't think it's impossible, but I think Chiefs are going to win the game. I really do. To me, I just don't trust that Texans offense enough.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to score mid-20s, and I don't think they're going to do that.
I think, and I'm not a Chiefs expert at all, I just think Mahomes looks pissed.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't think he looks very good.
Well, he doesn't have any time to do anything.
No, he doesn't.
He's running for his life on every play.
Yeah.
And let's face it, they're not getting the breaks.
Mm-mm.
The ball's not bouncing their way. Teams are fumbling, and instead of them recovering the fumble, the other team gets it.
Yeah.
Chiefs aren't making that play you got to make to win the game.
They could have just used up a lot of those, one possession luck wins. They used them all up last year.
We all were saying, all of us, but then they kept winning, so you couldn't back it up that they were fading last year.
Yeah.
But they kept winning, so you're saying, well, how can you sit there and say they're fading? They keep winning.
Last year they were like a racehorse that still had a ton of class and was getting the job done still in the big races, but it's like, man, that horse should have lost today, and then got to the biggest race and just got annihilated.
Yeah.
And then they brought that racehorse back again, and it's just not the same.
Right. It's kind of getting to the point where the invincibility is gone.
I think it's totally gone.
And these teams see it.
Mm-hmm. I think now it's a matter of reestablishing that. But here's one thing I will say: they are 5-1 at home.
They are.
I think they've played significantly better at home.
They have, and that's another thing that shows they're slipping.
Yep.
That they're 1-5 on the road.
Exactly. Because
They
they
don't
have that mystique about them.
But it's Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about Buffalo or somebody like that. We're talking about Houston. So I'm going to go with them too. I can't take. You're right. I can't. I don't like that. That 3.5. I wish it's 3.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. If you want to take the look, I think the game's going to be close. So if you want to say, I'll take the Texans. I just kind of think when the chips are down, that the Texans aren't going to be able to move the ball enough to win. I think it'll look a lot like the Indianapolis game, honestly. Yeah, Indianapolis, to me, I watched that game and thought, I think they're better. They just couldn't move the ball enough. And it could have been they got conservative, or it just could have been they couldn't make the plays, Yeah.
They had them right where they wanted them.
They did.
They sat on it and didn't do. They weren't aggressive enough.
No.
You get them down, you got to keep. You can't let up.
Yeah, I agree. No, I'm taking the Chiefs this week. I'll be rooting for the Texans, but I'll be taking the Chiefs in this one. All right, final game, and you mentioned it. I don't know that Herbert's going to be able to play this game.
They say he is, but I don't either.
Man, that's wild. I think the Eagles are 3-point favorites here because of that situation with Herbert. Both teams 8-4. Obviously the Chargers would be a huge win, but the Eagles need a win desperately.
They do.
I'm completely staying away from this one. I have no feel on this one. What do you think?
I have no confidence in the Eagles.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Something's wrong with them.
They look awful.
And they haven't played well all year.
Now, you want to talk about a team that just looks pissed off at each other? I think it's this one.
The offense does, for sure. Yeah, there's something going on.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Hurts. I don't know if he's mad at, or the receivers are mad at him, or they're mad at the offensive line. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're not being able to run the ball. That's what made him so good last year. Barkley was so good, and he can't run the ball this year. Yeah. So maybe they're often. I know Lane Johnson's been hurt, and that's a big, one of their big linemen, big guy. It's so good. And then I don't know. I don't follow it enough to, I don't read all the stuff like I do in college.
Yeah.
But I can't take the Eagles.
No, I don't think I can either. But also, I don't want to get out there and Herbert can't do anything. Or he's not playing. Yeah. That's my problem. Like,
I don't say I can play, but
I mean, we saw it. Yeah, Mateer came back against Texas, and he couldn't do anything. He didn't need to be out there. So
that was 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
This is his non-throwing hand, isn't it?
Yeah, I get that. I do get that. Yeah. But still, that's going to bother him.
Well, I think so too. When he's got to take a snap and things like that. Yeah. All right. I think stay away from it too.
All right. Any final thoughts on anything before we wrap up?
No.
Okay.
Nope. We covered them all.
All right. Let's get to the Lane Kiffin stuff and other coaching situation. I tell you what. Let's do this first. What is happening at Penn State?
Man, I don't know. It's almost like they've got an ace in the hole somewhere that we're not thinking about.
The only reason why
That's rumors. That's the thing.
The only reason I don't think it's true is all these coaches have turned it down.
I don't understand that because I think that's a great job.
I do too.
That's what doesn't make now. Okay, the guy at BYU, I think he's made for BYU.
I do too, but you would think Penn State could get BYU's coach.
That guy's a little different. Yeah, I agree with you. I know.
Yeah, okay. Here's another one. Dennis says, stay away from my coach, Penn State. I have heard reports that he turned it down. So you would think Penn State could get Louisville's coach, right?
Do you think, and I don't really think this, but I'm just kind of throwing out there, James Franklin had a lot of respect amongst the coaching fraternity.
Yes.
And they weren't satisfied with him. And the rest of them have said, hey, if they're not satisfied with him, then I'm not going up there.
So that's a kind of to that ilk, the rumor, and I've heard this too, Mike, it says super agent Jimmy Sexton is discouraging his guys from taking the Penn State job. He was agent of Franklin as well. I think that leads to the fact that I think people hold James Franklin in high regard. I think they see he gets fired in the middle of the season. And I think they might be looking at it and going, you know what? If he can't win up there, I don't know. Or if he can't satisfy them, I don't know.
Yeah.
And like they almost made the national championship game last year.
They won a ton of games up there.
Yeah. So this is a crazy. Here's the other crazy thing. I was talking to my buddy Paul about this. You fire a guy early for the main purpose of you can get a head start on the other teams that haven't fired their person, or you would think, okay, we're firing a guy because we got another guy in mind.
Yeah.
It's clear none of that happened. So this is a big time.
And here's the thing, all these guys that changed jobs they didn't fit the Penn State mode. They were all Southern guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Stoops, Mark Stoops?
I think they'll go insane. I think they'll go insane if they hired him.
Yeah, you're probably right because he hadn't won enough. But he would fit that mode, wouldn't he?
He would fit the mode, but you're not hiring the guy that just got fired at Kentucky.
No,
That's
I know that.
Problem.
I'm just trying to think. I just don't know. There has been a rumor I've heard floating that DeBoer could be interested in that job.
Yeah.
But I just don't see that.
Yeah.
Unless they lose. And they lose bad.
I don't think that's going to, I still just don't, I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't.
And then who's the one, the Giants coach that got fired? He's been
yeah, which would be just.
Well, if they were going to hire him, why didn't they already do it?
Yeah, that would be insane. Well, I think
there's no reason not to hire him now, right?
Yeah. No.
I don't know who else is out there.
It's very interesting to me that this is the last job we're talking about. It's just like Arkansas got a coach before you. Oklahoma State, UCLA has a coach. Stanford has a coach. This is wild, wild stuff.
I don't know what they're going to do. The bottom line is there's no one out there left. And the bottom line is there wasn't anybody to begin with.
Yeah, we're going to get to the rest of them in a minute. I don't really think anybody outside of LSU probably made a great hire.
That's debatable.
It is. We'll get to the second, but
I was going to say the same thing. These SEC schools we're talking Arkansas, Auburn,
and
who's the other one?
Florida.
What'd they gain? I don't see.
So I'm gonna give you a name that I heard last night for the Penn State job, and I told my buddy, I said, if that happens, they're gonna accidentally get one of the best coaches in the country, and I said their fan base will absolutely go ballistic and hate it and think it's the worst hire ever. But he had read somewhere that Willie Fritz was involved with the Penn State job.
Really?
And I said they'll accidentally hit a home run if they hire him.
Well, I can find out real quick if you want me to on that.
Text your source. I want you to text him and ask.
I have a great source, and you do too. I think he would have told me.
I do too, but
unless
you saw him last, this wasn't a realistic option. When you saw your friend that knows Willie Fritz last, this was not even a thought in anybody's
Well, the thing is, too, here's the deal with that, too. If it could be secret, he ain't going to tell me.
I still
because Willie may not have told him.
Listen. When you met with your friend last week, Willie Fritz wasn't on anybody's mind.
Oh, no, and he was perfectly happy. He was perfectly happy where he was at.
Exactly. So
That would be a great hire.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what he could do up there. But here's the thing.
I'd go get him.
Well, I would too. The thing with him is though, he's old.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Is that what they want? Well, maybe. He's very energetic and he's got 5-6 years left for sure.
I mean, I would take him over who I've heard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, me too. I'd take him over a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But when you look at the jobs that came open and the people that applied for them or were in the running, it was shit.
Yeah. So let's before we get to Lane, let's get into it. Florida hires Summerall. I feel like that's just replacing what they had with something with like what they had.
In any given year, would he have got the Florida job?
No, I thought that was not that great.
And it's because of these playoffs why this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
They've handcuffed when you fire somebody. You can't get anybody that's in the big names are not going to be able to take it unless you're an asshole.
Yeah. So he goes there. Auburn gets Golesh, who I
think these guys are good coaches. Yes.
I don't know that they are. I think he might be.
Well, they've done fine, but SEC.
And then Arkansas gets Silverfield from Memphis.
I mean, he was like it's almost like once Numbnuts took the LSU job, then the dominoes just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Florida gets the next best one. And then, then Auburn beat out Arkansas for the one that Arkansas thought they were going to get.
Yeah. I think of the three, Golesh is the guy that you wanted.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I just listen. I've listened to all three of them. I think he is the guy.
He did a terrific job there.
And here's the deal. Before he got there, they had won like 1 or 2 games for like 3 straight years.
You know, I'm wondering too, the guy that I heard a lot of people, this was last year, they tailed off a little this year, but not a lot, was the guy at Arizona State. He was a darling. Never was mentioned.
A lot of rumored, but nothing like serious. No.
He was 8-4.
Yeah.
Quarterback got hurt.
Yeah. I thought he would get a look. The Iowa State guy didn't get a look.
He obviously doesn't want to leave.
No.
I just think he wants to stay. By the way, did you see the K-State coach resign?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Again, Dan Mullen is a guy that I just sit there and think, obviously he's not going to Florida, but I'm like, Auburn, Arkansas?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
That's a guy I would have talked to.
Strange dude, but
I would have called him
in.
in.
A stranger than that wacko that went to LSU.
No. And then you had Oklahoma State get Eric Morris. That's a pretty good fit.
Well, here's another thing too. There were no like big time coordinators mentioned like there usually is.
No.
Like Dan Lanning went to Oregon.
Yeah, some of them got smaller jobs, but nobody got a bigger job.
Well, Golding got the Mississippi job because they had to get a coach.
That doesn't count. Yeah, that doesn't
count. Yeah, that one doesn't count. I think he's legit, but that one doesn't count.
I think in the situation they're in, that probably was the right move. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I don't think it's impossible that works. Yeah.
Well, I know who I'm rooting for once OU gets out, and that's Mississippi.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I hope they win it all.
I do too. Okay, Lane Kiffin to LSU. I mean, we've talked about this for weeks, saying, "Oh man, that would just be awful if he left." Well, he did it.
Oh yeah, he didn't care.
Really showed his ass, I thought.
It turned out to be the biggest villain in the country.
You know what's? I don't know that it's sad, really, because I don't care, but he had such a bad reputation,
and he had cured it.
He rehabilitated himself.
Yeah,
to the point where I thought to myself, you know what? I kind of like him. He's
Yeah,
okay.
you were. I could tell you were kind of liking him. I never did.
I
but
kind of
you
like
were.
him. He seems like he's humbled. He's just different,
Mhm.
and then he does this. And it's like, no, he's the same guy. He's the
He's a
same
liar.
guy. Yeah.
He's a liar.
Yeah. Snake oil salesman. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know
Um,
who else is stupid? Go ahead. Finish. I'm
well, no,
sorry.
I was gonna say the other thing I was gonna say is I think this is good for Oklahoma that he went to LSU because I think LSU is always going to be good. And I think Ole Miss
Oh, they are.
is going to drop. So, but I don't know. What do you think he's going to do at LSU?
Well,
I mean,
and the
LSU people think 3 national championships right off the bat. Like
well,
that's
that's
the
because they're
expectation.
stupid.
Yeah.
LSU, yeah, you can win national championship there, but year in and year out, they're not that consistent.
Mm-hmm.
They'll win a national championship. They'll have 4 straight years. They're not very good.
It's a weird place where they've had some strange coaches,
Mm-hmm.
like
Well,
Les
a weird
Miles.
place.
Well, think about their coaches. Les
Ed,
Miles,
Easy Ed. They loved him.
Ed Orgeron. Yeah.
What a misfit.
Yeah.
But he
Just
fit in fine there, but he sounded like a football coach,
Yeah.
and I love that down there. Well, they're getting Slick Willie in this one,
yeah.
a snake oil salesman.
And let's face it, he hasn't ever won anything.
Never done a thing.
No. Now, what he did at Ole Miss,
He was at USC and didn't do anything.
yeah. Now, I think what he's done at Ole Miss was impressive.
Okay, I would say with him, he's the best there is at the portal.
Yeah.
And he develops quarterbacks, no question about it.
He's clearly a very good talent evaluator.
He is
really
he's
good.
He really is.
Yeah.
And he ain't afraid of nothing. And he brings an air of confidence to your team.
Yeah. No doubt.
As you said, he has swagger.
Yeah. Oh, he does.
Now, here is who else has turned into the villains, and they kind of already were.
Okay.
LSU.
Yeah.
They've come out like greedy jerks that college football is way too important.
Yeah.
When you look at his contract,
yeah.
Have you looked at this?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. 7 years at $13 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's $91 million to a coach who's never won a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And who has proven he will jilt your ass in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has no loyalty whatsoever.
No.
And you pay him, I mean, you want him that bad? A buyout, 80% of his remaining salary. So after 2 years, they decide he's not who they want, which they could very well do. They will owe him, see if I can do the math, $65,000.
$65 million.
Million, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
If he wins the SEC title, he gets $1 million bonus. If he wins the national championship, he gets $3 million bonus. Plus, he automatically will be jumped up to the highest paid coach in college football.
Yeah.
Which he probably already is.
Mm-hmm.
This is the big kicker. You know what I'm going to say. If Ole Miss wins the title this year, he was going to be paid $1 million from Ole Miss. Yeah. LSU will pay it to him, and he's not even coaching.
I know.
You're selling your soul for something like that. How stupid are you?
Yeah, I agree with you. And you're right. If you go 9-3 2 years in a row, they're going to want you gone.
Yeah, you're suddenly, why did we ever hire this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, if he owes money, and I can't imagine what the kind of money he's made at Mississippi anyway, you owe money on a house.
No.
But he must, because they said he's paying off, they're paying off his house in Oxford. How can you be making $10 million a year and you owe money on a house?
I don't know.
What's he live in?
I don't know.
What's the name of the castle in London? Can't think of the castle. What's the name of the damn castle?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
the castle the Queen lives in.
I don't.
Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham
Palace. And If he goes down to Baton Rouge and buys a house that costs more than what he paid in, they're going to pay up to $500,000 difference
Yeah.
for the house. To get a guy who looked at the players at Mississippi having the best season in their history
Yep.
with a legitimate chance to win the playoffs.
Yep.
And he didn't give a shit about that.
Yep.
All he cares about is himself.
Yeah.
And if he did it to Mississippi, he's going to do it to you.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt about it. And
It's all about him.
it is crazy. And I know I get the hey, LSU's a better program. For sure it is. And hey, it's tough with the timing. It is, but
well, okay, it used to be, but if somehow that money's been filtered to Mississippi, how's it any better?
yeah, and I don't know. That's that is
Year
the
in
big
and
thing.
year out. In the old days, it was better.
Yeah.
I don't know that it is now.
Well, it hasn't been since this all started.
I mean, the number one example is Texas Tech.
Yeah.
They started forking over money, and look.
Yeah.
They're winning.
Yeah, I told you, I said, hey, I kind of liked Ole Miss anyway. I was super impressed with that team. They're fun to
I was
watch.
too. I think
So,
they're really good.
Yeah, if they're not playing us, yeah, I'm rooting for them, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you heard Bill Cowher, the old coach from Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Did you hear him?
Mm-hmm.
God, he was so dead on.
Yeah.
On this.
Yep.
Because having coached, certainly not at this level, but it doesn't matter where you're coaching. I don't care what it is. When you build a team and they win like this,
mm-hmm.
you form a bond with your players.
Mm-hmm.
If you're worth a shit at all.
Yeah.
And you know that, yeah, you did a good job, but your players did it. They had to make plays.
Yeah.
And you get them to this spot. And then you just tell LSU, this was so simple.
Yeah.
You just tell them, guys, if you want me, you're not going to get me till the playoffs are over.
Yep.
And if you want me that bad, then I will talk to you.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you a lot of coaches in the country told other teams that very thing. These teams are in the playoffs.
For example, North Texas and Tulane, and this is very different because it is smaller going to bigger, but they are coaching their teams.
Yeah.
And Lane Kiffin tried to blame Ole Miss, saying, well, Ole Miss didn't let me do it. I wanted to do it.
There's a huge difference there too, because he's in the same conference.
Exactly. And they're rivals, and you're going for the same, you're recruiting the same kids. I mean, that is crazy to think.
So he had the arrogance to think that Mississippi was going to let him coach when he's going to poach coaches off of that staff and get players off of there too.
Yeah.
And he had the arrogance to think.
Yeah.
And he did. I think he was shocked when they told him.
He's either a really good actor. Well, I've learned that guy is a really good actor, but
he is.
And I'm not I'm not. I want to be careful I say this, but I about threw up after the game against the Egg Bowl when he said, "I got to go home and pray on this."
Oh,
okay, done with you. Not because you have to go home and pray, and I'm not against religion. What I'm saying is, you fucking know what you're doing. Don't sit here and try to act like you got to have some kind of holy thing. The spirits tell you what to do.
He had to go home and make sure he got exactly what he wanted from LSU. That's all that was about.
When he said that, it was like, oh, that whole time you repaired your image, it all just left. Because the one thing I can see through is a phony, and that was the phoniest thing I've ever heard someone say in public.
Because
again, I have nothing against religion or prayer or whatever. I'm saying just if you're sitting there and you're buying that line, you really need to reevaluate how you evaluate people, because that was so fake. It was unbelievable.
Especially after.
If you really think that guy was going to go home and pray about that, and that was going to give him the answer, and he didn't already have his mind made up, you are very gullible.
Well, he obviously had something going, because he told us a week ahead of time. Mississippi did. We'll have a decision after the eighth.
He had it for weeks. He knew where he was going. This guy, I thought, good God. If you just go up there and you go, yeah, I got a hard decision. We'll think about it. I'm going to go with my team now. Hey, you still do that and it's whatever, but it's like, oh, this guy's he's just worthless. Like, really?
You know,
you're gonna throw that? I mean, wow.
Yeah. And a small part of us, and I know you did, was hoping that this was all just a bluff and he was going to do the right thing.
Yeah, because that would be funny and that kind of be on brand with what he's been about and be like, all right, I'm with you. Like, I like this guy. And then
he did.
And I'll be honest with you, I really believed he was staying until he said that line.
Yeah.
And I thought he's gone.
Yep.
He's gone. This whole time, they've interviewed him like 27 times today. And it's been this, humble.
Did you ever see him interview Lebby?
No, not once. They interviewed Kiffin like during the game, before the game, in the locker room, after the game. And this whole time, it's just like, I'm just having this spiritual moment right now. No, he's gone. He's gone. You guys are totally screwed.
They interviewed him leaving the field at half and coming back on the field at half when we usually do one coach one time and the other the other.
It's like he went and found the person and said, hey, come here, interview me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the whole time I was just, no, this is all about him. This is all a big show. This is, he is totally hijacked this whole thing. They're not even talking about the football game. The whole time they're not even talking about it's like, they've scored a touchdown. Does that mean Lane Kiffin is going to stay? That's how they approach the whole game. He's out there putting on a show. He's fake as could be.
Oh, he was.
Like, wow, this makes me want to absolutely throw up watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the Mississippi players are going to go one of two ways. They're going to have one foot out the door and going with him, some of them. Mm-hmm. Or they're going to rally around this, and they're damn good anyway. And this coach might be able to get them to rally. Mississippi did a very smart thing. They went ahead and hired somebody immediately to keep that ship afloat and to keep him from leaving. And then I see where the offensive coordinator, they're going to let him coach in the game. Yeah. Kiffin said he could coach in the game. Well, I would tell him too, get out of here. Good riddance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I wouldn't want anything. I think Mississippi's handled it perfectly. I think they did the right thing.
Yeah.
I think they looked and said, hey, we've resurrected your career, pretty boy.
Yeah.
And you don't care.
Yeah. I think current team will rally, play well, all that kind of stuff. I don't know down the road what that's going to look like because I don't know enough about Golding to know if he's able to handle this long term.
Well, he's been with Saban, he's been around.
Well, and I do think for this certain situation, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah,
it's just next year, 2 years, 3 years, what's this going to look like? I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be fine. If they still have NIL backing, it might be okay.
Yeah.
But
I did hear a guy make a good comment, not really defending Kiffin, but at the same time, kind of, that college football and their rules has caused this kind of stuff to happen.
Well, yeah, it was Bob Stoops.
Okay. There was somebody else I heard too besides Stoops. There was somebody else. And
Rick Pitino, well, like I said to begin the segment,
it was a commentator. It wasn't a coach. It was one of the mouths.
That's not wrong. That is correct.
It is, and because of the early signing period, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and the portal and all that stuff. Now, am I wrong? But isn't that portal been put off till after Christmas?
I thought there's only one now, and it's
and it's January 6th to the 16th. I think I've heard that.
That's correct. Yeah.
Well, the portal has changed. They did change that.
Yeah,
but
they need to do the same with the recruiting as well. Yeah, and
they do.
Yeah, but Pitino's tweet was spot on. He said, "Hey, if I'm coaching St. John, we're having a great season, but if I've got a job that I want, I don't have to leave for March Madness. Like I'm coaching through the end of the year."
Exactly.
And,
yeah, and that's not his fault, but it's just not showing any loyalty at all to your players.
Yeah.
who got you there, who resurrected your career. Yeah, you went out and got them and you coached them and you made them better, but they still made the plays and they believed in you and they did whatever you told them to do. And then to sit there and then I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's made him. I'm sure he doesn't care because he's cut different than the rest of us.
Mhm.
He's become a villain.
Yeah, for sure.
He's become a villain, and nobody really, everybody rooted against him anyway.
Yeah.
But can you imagine what that's going to be like when they come to Oxford next year?
Yeah, next year they're going to be there, and no, I cannot imagine what that's going to be like. It's
Especially if Mississippi continues to be good.
Yeah,
and LSU's good.
Well, I did think Bob Stoops made a good point. He said, "What do you expect?" He didn't say Lane and specifically said, "But what do you expect a coach to do? Wait until they have a bad season? Now they can leave before they miss a game?" He's like,
Well,
"You
that's
have a bad
true.
season, you're probably not going to have another job." He goes, "The whole way to get a better job, if you see it as a better job, is to have a great year." He said, "So what are they supposed to do?"
It is a bad situation.
Yeah.
That is, you can't argue that.
No, he's right. And I don't know that he was necessarily sticking up for Lane, but I also think as a coach, you're sitting there like, yeah, it does make sense.
It does. And then I think that explains the fact that we didn't see any big time hires.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason he was the number one choice was, they kind of thought, well, he probably would leave.
Yeah. And the other guys, they knew they weren't leaving. Like,
no,
that are in the hunt, they're not going there.
So
minus the small schools, but the bigger schools, if you're going to get a big name coach from a big school, he was the one.
Hey, who was it? Speaking of coaching hires, I thought it was a great hire, and I can't remember where it was now. Got the guy that had been at Northwestern.
Michigan State. Michigan State.
I think that's a great hire.
Yes. Yes.
He would have
mentioned that one.
Yeah. He would have been good at Penn State, I think.
I agree. There was rumors with him in Arkansas, and I thought, oh, if they could get him, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
But obviously, they didn't get him. But yeah.
Well, I'm the jury's out on the guy at Arkansas. The thing that would bother me, they faded down the stretch.
Yeah, hold on. I was gonna look.
But he won
8-4 this year.
He won a lot of games.
They lost 3 straight in the season.
They did, and 4 out of their last 6.
If you remember, they were ranked in the first poll, I want to say.
Yeah, they were. They were the favorites to win the thing.
Yeah.
To get in. And they kind of faded. And the other thing is that makes this hire look a little fishy. They are so bad on defense.
Yeah.
And Memphis doesn't play very well defensively.
So he went. He was hired in 2020. He went 8-3, 6-6, 7-6, 10-3, 11-2, and then this year 8-4.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid resume. Yeah, but you're right. There's no defense really being played.
They never were any good on defense.
No, they win shootouts basically. Yeah.
And so you hire the same coach. I mean, a guy that doesn't show he's going to have any defense. When if you'd have had any defense this year, you'd have won 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And you can't win in the SEC if you don't have defense. You can't. You got to have a decent defense. So it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen, where all of the SEC coaches, with the exception of Kiffin, came from a lesser conference.
Yeah.
It's all the same conference.
Yeah, Teddy Lehman was talking about it. That's our former linebacker who does the color commentary for the radio. He was saying, he didn't want to just totally dismiss those guys. He goes, man, in this day and age, it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of adapt to what that's like, because that's a whole different world they're stepping into.
Yes, they have never been in something like this.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I agree.
Been an assistant. Well, maybe a couple of them may have been an assistant at these SEC schools. But I thought it was there's no mention of any coordinators.
No.
And a lot of coordinators have taken over big time jobs.
Yep.
It's not unusual for a coordinator. Well, when Lanning took over, Venables went to Oklahoma, so there was two coordinators that took over big time jobs.
Yep, and that's a lot of times that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's where you see the most success a lot of times. So,
Yeah.
last question.
Okay.
I want to know, how well do you sleep at night knowing Brent Venables made the playoff before Lincoln Riley?
I have not thought about that.
Because I sleep like a baby when I think about that.
I know winning solves everything. But the Venables we're hearing now, we didn't hear before.
So
he's a totally different guy. And I'll change my mind because I'm a fanatic, just like anybody else. When they lose, I'll be pissed.
yeah,
I'm so glad we got him.
here's what's interesting to me. We were, and I think you and I could speak for our probably 90% of Oklahoma people.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really, really wanted it to work.
Oh, we did.
And you know how like Florida hated their coach and Auburn ended up hating their coach and Franklin and Penn State hated their coach. We never hated the coach. We hated what was happening on the field.
Yeah.
But we all had this thought process of, they're going to have to fire him and it's going to be absolutely devastating.
Yeah, we didn't want that. We just didn't.
And that is the thing. I have just been delighted that we're sitting here going, it worked. It's working. Get an offense and we might win the whole thing. But even if we don't, we're not talking about firing him. Like, it's worked, And
I'm going to say this, and you can say this.
Relief. Such relief.
I'm going to say this, and you can say this about a lot of coaches. Brent Venables would have never done this to his players.
No. Never.
And you can say that by tons of them. Not just him.
No.
He would never have left a playoff team.
Nope.
And there's Dabo would never have done it.
Nope.
Those guys.
Nope.
They have a bond with their players.
James Franklin never would have done it.
They would have never done it.
No.
I don't think the guy at Ohio State would do it.
I don't really think there's a lot that would, to be quite honest.
I think they got, okay, I think we can put this in a nutshell. That's why he was the number one choice. He's the only one that would have done it.
Right. That's right.
The snake at Auburn might have. No, he wouldn't have done it either.
I don't think he would have. No.
Yeah.
Now, again, if you're in a smaller school. Who?
Nick Saban. Do you think he would have done that?
No way.
He probably was offered 100 times and he would.
Yeah. No way. No way.
I can't think of, I just don't.
No.
There's no one that's like him.
Nope. Nope.
And it's just, I think we just answered our question.
Yep.
That's why he was the leading candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, hey, he's done a really good job down there, and he's the best there is at the portal, and you got to be that way now. We got the money to give him, and he'll leave.
Well, let's face it, he's the number one. I mean, like, out of the other ones that got hired, Lane Kiffin is the biggest hire, for not even close.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But how much has the media had to do with him being a star?
No, listen, I think a lot, but what I'm going to say is that is impressive what he did at Ole Miss. I'm not going to sit here and act like what happened at Ole Miss wasn't impressive, because
You're right. It was. But he may be the kind of coach, though, that's got to have the system like we have now to do. He ran with the portal and the NIL.
Yeah.
And he's the best there is at it.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like you said, he can evaluate talent.
I think another thing you got to realize is with him is like he started coaching way young. Like he's just now getting maturity, really.
He was way too young to have the jobs. He was way too young to have the jobs he had.
Yeah. Well, he was. All right. Well,
it's going to be fascinating to see what happens. And but he's there when LSU comes to town, or they're going to get, they do anyway. But oh my God, they're going to be hated. they're going to be hated.
Yeah. It's really going to be interesting how that unfolds. And it's
And you know what the
really
thing is?
going to be interesting.
We don't have to play them next year.
Yeah, I think we're 2 years away. Yeah.
And the other thing is too, we got Mississippi's our common opponent. And as long as he was there, they were probably going to be pretty good. They may drop now. Who knows?
I think it helps Oklahoma in that regard. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
Well, it's our favorite time of the year.
It is. That is.
And the season's over. I can't believe it.
I know. I'll leave you with this quote from Lincoln Riley. He made this quote when he was hired at USC. He said, "I don't think anywhere in the country is positioned like this place to build an elite roster and win national championships."
He does have the number 1 ranked recruiting class.
Good for him.
So they're coming back.
4 years, no playoff.
That's true. And you know what? He's in the Big Ten now, and it's going to be tough.
Oh, yeah.
He went out there. Guess what? They were in a conference that wasn't very good.
So yesterday was the 4-year anniversary of Lincoln Riley leaving Oklahoma and Brian Kelly leaving Notre Dame. And the tweet was, "And for that, Oklahoma and Notre Dame will forever be grateful." Notre Dame has done nothing but improve, and Oklahoma
there's
once again a school to be proud of again. Even when Lincoln Riley was there the last couple of years, it was not. It fell.
Right.
So
there's another guy. I don't think he would ever leave Notre Dame, but his name was never mentioned in any of these jobs because he's not leaving in this situation.
Yeah, and he's in a great spot, and like I said, his name was rumored at the very first for Penn State.
Yeah. And he probably told them. Yeah, if they talked to him, he probably said, "Guys, I'm not talking to you now." Because I don't think he would leave Notre Dame.
But. Final one, real quick. We got to get out of here. Any thoughts on the new Kentucky coach? They get the offensive coordinator from Oregon to come in. We knew they were going to get a great, offensive mind after what they've been through. What do you think about Kentucky?
I'm just going to say this, Dennis. Mark Stoops was the winningest coach in Kentucky history. He had 82 wins. That tells you all you need to know about Kentucky football. It's never been very good.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Dennis was worried about this. He texted me, and I was like, I wouldn't be,
No,
Mark Stoops did better than anybody ever, and you kind of
look at 82 and 80.
Yeah, and he went 82 and 80.
And he did a damn good job to go 82 and 80.
I just think that is a dead end.
Yeah, I just, they're in the SEC and they're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
And 8-4 is about the best they can do.
I think both the Stoops brothers really did stupid things and didn't really learn from their older brother.
You talking about Mike and
because Mike Stoops at one time, believe it or not, was a hot commodity. He went to Arizona.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? And then Mark Stoops he was the defense coordinator at Florida State when they were good.
Well, you look at all of those. You look at all of those Oklahoma assistants that left.
Weird decision.
They did terrible jobs.
They did.
Kevin Wilson was the offensive coordinator, one of the hottest in the country, and went to Indiana.
Yeah. Mark Mangino went to Kansas. Mike Leach. I mean, Texas Tech, back when Texas Tech was kind of just the perennial 7-5 every year, it was weird. Because those are highly sought after guys. And when you read Bob Stoops' book, which none of you have, but you and I, he carefully lays out all the jobs he turned down.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I know there's only a few jobs that you really should take.
Well, he wasn't going to take the Oklahoma job till Spurrier said, you got to take that one. Yeah. He talked about,
he didn't mention the Iowa job he mentioned because that was what he was trying to
his alma mater. So,
yeah.
He
but
was
he wouldn't
entertaining.
even. He wouldn't. He knew that wasn't a
No,
job that's going to get him to the top. You know what I mean? And so
no,
Kentucky's just not a. I mean, and look, people are going to sit here and go, but Indiana, very true. That's
different
like
time.
1 in a million that happens.
Well, it's different ball game now.
It is, but
He's obviously got some
even though it's a
NIL.
different ball game, that's 1 in a million that happens.
He's done a hell of a job.
That's unbelievable.
I agree. Totally.
They've had coaches up there in the past that haven't been that bad, and they couldn't do anything.
The other thing is, too, how many jobs has Brent Venables turned down before he went to Oklahoma?
Well, I know he turned down Arkansas twice. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Lanning probably, I mean, you got to take the Oregon job. It's a great job.
Mm-hmm. But Dan Lanning, that was the defensive coordinator there at Georgia, he's not taking the Kentucky job. That's a thing.
No, that's the thing.
Brent Venables winning national championships at Clemson as defensive coordinator. He's not leaving that for Kentucky. Like, he's leaving it for the big job.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's just not going to happen. And Kirby Smart stayed forever at Alabama, and then Georgia, that's a job you can win at.
Exactly. Yeah.
You take that job.
Yeah. So it is interesting. Just some bad decisions by the other Stoops brothers. And I don't know. I mean, at one time, Mark Stoops was one of the top assistants in the country. Same with Mike Stoops back in the early 2000s. And it's just.
Well, Mark Stoops should have left when he was 10-2 that one year, 9-3.
At Arizona. Yeah. Yeah.
No, Mark. He had a couple.
Oh, at Kentucky. Yeah. He should have. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. When you get to, Mike won 9 at Arizona or 10 at Arizona. When you get to that, you get him to that level, get out of there.
Get out of there.
And I think with the Iowa State coach, at one time, Darren McCarty was up at Iowa State, and he was the darling of the darlings, and he stayed. Was his name? Was it McCarty? Wasn't that his name?
Dan
McCarty. Dan McCarty.
McCarney.
Okay, I get him.
Yeah, same difference.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When they had Seneca Wallace, and he was, oh God, everybody loved him, and he's like, I'm gonna say loyal to this program, and they had him fired in like 3 years.
Yeah.
They fired him, and then you never heard from him again. So that's the thing. When you get up to that level in those smaller schools, you gotta get out of there.
Yeah. Places like that you do. But the thing with Campbell, he's turned it in. Well, it's different now because the Big 12's not as good as it was.
Fair, but
he's done a tremendous job.
Iowa State's not going anywhere. It's just
no, but he must like it.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
You think about it, it's a nice place to live.
No, it is. Yeah.
They pay pretty well.
It's a great school.
It's no pressure.
No, it's great atmosphere.
The base is fantastic.
You have no pressure unless you're embarrassing. Then you have pressure.
Yeah, well, that's anywhere.
Yeah.
But they're realistic. Get to a bowl game, a decent bowl game, win 8 games. It's a good year.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's a pretty rare place to find nowadays.
You're not wrong.
That's the way Arkansas should be.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, no, for sure, yes. But what I'm saying is, what if you slip? Then you're out. You're Mark Stoops. It's like, yeah.
Yes, right. That's right. And he hasn't slipped enough up there.
No, he will.
Well, by that, he's good. He doesn't look it, but he's probably almost 50, maybe by now.
I don't know.
He's been up there a long time.
I would just think if Penn State called me, I would go. That's what I'm saying.
No doubt. And he would be perfect there.
You would. You gotta think he's gotten a call. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt he has.
Yeah.
I still think he wants to go.
Yep.
And I don't know why. He's one of those guys that you don't think Ferentz couldn't have went somewhere 20 years ago.
Yeah. When they had their a couple good seasons with the Orange Bowl, all that stuff. Yeah, you'd think so. But yeah,
they just like it where they're at, and they're not greedy. They're not arrogant. They just want to coach football.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's the truth. That's what it is. So,
but there's not very many of those kind. Aren't they paying him like $9-10 million?
Oh, I'm sure he's getting paid. Yeah.
Well, heck, you're getting that kind of money. You like where you live.
Fair enough. Yep.
Your ego. You don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he gets frustrated sometimes. They lose some games they shouldn't, but I don't know. You got to admire a guy like that. Really, he's coaching because he loves to coach.
I get it. I get it. Well, and he's making, like say, he's making that
He's
money.
making good money, and he knows he's a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to win national championships to know he's a good coach.
Nope.
So,
all right, you talked me out of it. I think he should go to Penn State, but
oh, I do too. If they, yeah, but he obviously doesn't want to leave.
No.
So I don't get it either. But I don't know.
Well, we'll continue to follow.
I think the guy up at Minnesota does a good job.
Yeah, he might be just cut from Minnesota though, but he's kind of that type.
I'm a little surprised he hasn't. I think he can fit it at Penn State. He's a little weird, but
yeah, I don't know if that stuff works at a big program.
It may not.
That he does, you know.
Yeah, but they're always they're decent.
Yeah, I have no. I think he does a good job. Yeah,
he does. Yeah. So how about
Bielema?
Okay.
Bielema, yeah.
Would he fit at Penn State? He would, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
I guess he's lost.
No, I just don't think.
I think Arkansas ruined him.
I think. I mean, he wins everywhere but there. I don't
know.
Yeah.
I think that ruined him.
Well, that's somebody else's problem now. So we'll see how he gets the job done.
Yeah.
Well, we've been under 2 hours after a few weeks next year. We'll see. I don't know.
This is the longest podcast we've ever done.
Longest ever. I knew it would be because of the coaching thing. We'll keep an eye. We're going to get out of here. We're going to keep an eye on Penn State. We'll see what happens there. Surely by next week we'll have a coach. So we'll.
God, you think
we'll laugh or we'll go, oh, maybe that'll be okay. We'll see.
They didn't worry about the early signing period, didn't they? Did they?
What's that?
They didn't worry about the early signing period, did they?
I think they've been trying to worry about it. I don't think anybody's taking it.
I don't know why people would be turning it down. I don't. It seems like a perfect job to me.
Yeah, it's better than some of these jobs that are full or have been filled. That's for sure. So, all right, we got to get out of here, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us once again. We'll be back next week. God, what are we going to talk about? NFL and bowl games, I guess. Playoff. We'll talk about the playoff next week as well. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us.
We'll come up with something better than that.
Okay, we can do that as well. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys, and we will see you next week.
This is due to Bet Sports.